But getting back to this game that I never left. All right, it ain't no disrespect. We're talking about this game tonight. Hello, what's happening?
What's going on, Sam?
Oh man, another blessed day to be here. What's going on with you?
Man, shit, man, I be checking your shit out, man. Coming live from Detroit, player.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I had a little question, man. I'm in a little situation, man. Small pickle.
Okay.
Okay, so I got this bitch, right, man. You know what I'm saying? Bitch been down with me for, a couple years now, type shit, you know. But you know, she don't really like other to be around this shit, and I be having them on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Too many of them, but I can't really bring them around to the right situation to get them comfortable. While this trip on some other shit, so I gotta move around so much, and then that ends up fucking up my money.
So you got one little girlfriend slash prostitute that's messing up your distributes with the other little square prostitutes that you got?
I guess you could say something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what it sounds like. Sound like one square prostitute messing it up and having discrepancy with all the other little girlfriend prostitutes. Hey man, check this out. The reason why you having those situations that you having with them, because the spirit of the game already done spoke to me and ministered to my mind as you was talking. The reason why you having that is because one, you're not a pimp. Two, you're not doing no pimping. And the reason why the temperature is on comfortability, with you and those women, because it's a whole girlfriend, boyfriend, square thing going on. You know what I mean? They don't see you as the pimping, respect you as the pimping, because you're not the pimping, you're not doing any pimping. Simplicity.
Understood. I hear what you're saying. I don't feel like that's pimping either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've definitely had real life hoes, but
listen to me. Listen to me. The best thing that you could do with those women is give them to a real pimp. And a lot of people feel offended when I say that. But let me say this to you. This game is so beautiful. Let me just say this. The game is so beautiful that the game will bless you once you relinquish what doesn't belong to you, what you shouldn't be presiding over. Okay? It's not that some of you wasn't called to be in the streets. You're just in the wrong lane while you're in the streets. So if you get into the wrong lane, incidents and accidents are bound to happen. Okay? And some of you, because you're in the streets, you come up on opportunities to get currency from basically some little square prostitute that doesn't know any better. And because she's giving you the distributes because she likes you, you have been deceived by the enemy into thinking that you this pimping. And I'm here to tell you that if you was to actually give that bitch to a goddamn pimp, the game would bless you from getting out of the way and allowing the game to have its way with a real one. Okay? So you need to get out the way right now. If you a square nigga, you got a bitch that you know she got some good potential. You know this bitch should be a cold hoe if she had a full-fledged 100%. You understand me? Pimping like a motherfucker, anointed and appointed by the motherfucking game, presiding over the bitch. You know that this bitch should be doing some harm, but you can't produce it because it ain't in you. So the best thing you could do is get out the way and let the game have its way through him with her. And when you allow the game, when you bless the game gonna bless you because you was a blessing to the game. Period. And then another thing is this. Hold on, watch this. When you give the blessing to the game, you can't beat the game at giving. You can't beat this game at giving. If you a blessing to the game gonna give you a greater blessing than what you just gave the game. Some of you, your comprehension is so small that you think what I said was comical. But I'm giving you some real spiritual things right now. Even if you're in carnality, the principles in spirituality still apply. If you be a blessing to another man in another lane, okay? Because if I find some drugs, I ain't about to start selling drugs, okay? If a car needs some work done on it, I'm not going to try to become a mechanic. If somebody needs heart surgery, I'm not going to try to become a heart surgeon. I'm not trying to be a doctor. That's not what I was called to do. I stay in my lane. That's why I obtain and maintain what I maintain, is because I'm in my lane. Some of you are not in your lane. It's not that the game didn't call you to prosper. You're just in the wrong lane within the game. That's why you having so many incidents and accidents, and you can't basically be authentic because you're in the wrong lane. The game ain't call you to be in that lane. You know what happens when preachers who were called by God to preach, at the end of their journey, they get a crown from Yah because they did what they was called to do. But you have preachers behind the pulpit, individuals behind the pulpit preaching, and God didn't call them to preach. Yokes are not being destroyed simply because God didn't anoint them to preach. You got teachers that's teaching. After they journey for teaching, God gives them a crown for teaching. Why? Because they was called to teach. But then you have other individuals, even though they lived a good life, they're not going to receive a crown for that work because God didn't call them to do that. So you got individuals in the street, they in the wrong lane. They wasn't called to pimp. What I tell you guys, trying to be a pimp when the game didn't call you to pimp is almost like picking up the phone, saying hello, 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 and the phone ain't even ring. The game ain't calling you. What the f you picking up the phone for? The game ain't called you. So until this game call you, chose you, anoint you, appoint you, leave this game alone. But I got to go on to the next caller, man. Give them little girlfriends that got potential up to some real pimps, man. Blessings to you. Moving on. Y'all got to get out the wrong lane. Touch somebody and say you in the wrong lane. It might be an individual. Why I'm not prospering. Why I'm not having this. Why I'm not having that. Because you in the wrong lane. Some of y'all wanted to be pimps because you was handsome. Some of you tried to get into the game because you had a big dick. And because somebody told you that you had a big dick and some good dick, and you look good, you thought that you was going to do good in the game. You thought wrong. The game ain't called you. Because it's a lot of ugly, stumped down cross-country Harvard University ass pimps. And they not Shamar Moore looking motherfuckers. I don't know who calling me from this type of number. That look like the feds. We won't be answering the number for them. Okay, let's see what Santonio talking about. What's going on, Santonio?
Man, blessings to you, Sam from the 210.
Man, blessings, man. What's happening? Talk to me.
I like what you just told the brother about giving them women to somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of fellas, I've dealt with myself, be small little things like a back page broad liking us or something, you know, making a lot of us think, oh, this is for me. So, can you clear it up a little bit, man? What is the calling? What is the calling? Because a lot of us are fools and we let them small things, like you say, a lot of girls like me, or she been buying me this, or she give me money, or the bitch was buying me shoes in school. But like you said, there ain't really no calling.
Okay, well, let me say this. I don't compel or encourage any man to make a decision getting into a lifestyle that could potentially put him in a correctional facility for an eternity. I don't encourage any man unless he has been called, chosen by the game to be in the game, because as you know, the game don't change, but the laws in every era of the game does change. And right now we in an era where the laws is the best definition of wicked. And if you ain't been called and chosen to be in this game, brother, you sitting over there you in it for a rude of awakening. You about to sit up there and be singing Deborah Cox, How Did I Get Here, real soon. So, you know, I don't encourage anybody to put themselves and make provisions, you know, for their mama to make visitation seeing them through a damn TV screen. That's not what I want. I'd rather for you guys to maintain your liberty in society and use this impeccable game and apply it to your lifestyle. And that way, if you stay square or stay in the lane that you're supposed to be in and use this game, convert it, but don't pervert it, and you use this game and apply it to your life, I want you to reap the benefits of applying the game in your life without getting in the lifestyle. That way, you don't be in nobody's jail. You don't be in nobody's prison. You don't need nobody to put money on your books. Everything is all good. You still got your liberty in society. You still having it your way without basically sitting over there in a cell with another man. You know what I mean? That's what I want with you guys. I don't want you losing your freedom. So the thing is, just because a bitch paid your phone bill, just because a bitch called you daddy, suck your dick, suck the sperm out your sperm bank, bailed you out of the fish tank, that don't mean that you a pimp. Okay? That just means you got a bitch that like you. Okay? You still got to have the identity with this shit, the individuality of this shit, the chemistry with this shit, the ministry with this shit. Just because a bitch give you currency from her beautiful, that does not ordain you as a motherfucker, you understand me, infinite-minded, Harvard University game having, character of all character, pimp. They don't make you that. So, you got to go through some ups and downs and turnarounds, adversity and difficulty, and stand up to this shit, you know what I mean, and go through the crucifixion and see if his ass can rise up to the resurrection in this game, you know what I mean, to be stamped as this pimp. Because any can be 5 deep, 10 deep, you know what I mean, 100 toes, 50 toes, and checking it out of hoes and claiming this pimping. But what your ass gonna claim when your ass go holeless and doleless? Will you feel hopeless like the bitch? Or will you sit up there and maintain your encouragement and look for your next hoe on the pavement? Or will you mix it to fix it until basically you get your situation better by selling drugs? Because it's a lot of niggas that got in this game, and they had a run. But once they run expired, they no longer had a desire to live according to the rules and regulations of this game because the game was never in them. They never had it. A bitch just gave the nigga a run because he was handsome. A bitch just gave the nigga a run because he had good dick. A bitch just gave the nigga a run because he knew how to eat pussy and eat booty and lick all the bumps and lick between the legs, or maybe he was a motherfucking ex-Malcolm, not Malcolm X, but maybe he was an ex-Malcolm the P ass by any deal necessary ass, and he was able to maintain that run for a little while because he was an any deal necessary type of but we find out if it's really you, if you can possess that, still profess that, confess and manifest that through adversity, difficulty, crucifixion, people lying on you, slandering you, the pimping even laughing at you because you ain't got it. Because it's been a certain amount of time that it went past and things ain't going good for you right now. You know what I mean? You struggling to keep your room. You struggling to keep a roof over your head. You struggling to sit up there and pay for that rental that you may be living in right now. Can you still maintain your character? Can you still manifest this pimping when a hoe basically ain't sitting over there doing some hoeing in honor of your pimping? And that's when we gonna see if you really that, you know what I mean? Because everybody feel like that when they riding in the Benz, when they riding in foreign, when they having a run, when they having hoes scream their name. But does your character change when your situation change? See, because one thing about a pimp, he a man. And what is a man? The motherfucking truth. If a war happened with countries right now, guess what? 2 + 2 is still motherfucking 4. You know why? Because it's the motherfucking truth. So that means that this bitch, that bitch, and them bitches in the States or any bitch sit up there and leave me, I ain't gonna motherfucking change, fill out a job application. I'm sitting over there still representing this motherfucking, you understand me, representation of the damn game. Why? Because I'm the motherfucking truth, and the truth don't change because my circumstance change. That's when you can say that you're a motherfucking pimp. A lot of you just having a good run, man. You not no pimp. You just having a run off of a that ain't met a real pimp yet. Well, if the really knew about some pimping, she wouldn't be with your fraudulent, ignorant, dumb ass, you know?
Already got you.
Blessings to you, man. And I appreciate you.
Brother,
I appreciate you for asking that, getting me fired up. You know what I mean? For my next question. Hopefully the next month will be asking me some shit to get me fired up like you did, man. You didn't even know the game just used you. Blessings to you, bro.
Blessings to you too, man. Have a good one, man.
One. I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.